Catherine. Sorry it's been a while. There's been like just stuff going on, you know. Yeah, I don't know. This sounds stupid. I've had problems with infections this year, and seems like I've been on a ton of antibiotics. This latest antibiotic I'm on, they've got me eating yogurt with it every meal almost, so that I don't get I guess I don't get sick from it killing off all the good bacteria in my guts. But now the problem is like an infection in my gums, and almost a week ago I went to the dentist and they said they were going to refer me to dental at OHSU because their office was too small to accommodate my wheelchair. And in the meantime they gave me antibiotics because I didn't know what was causing the pain, but I know it was in my gums, my teeth, my face, my cheeks, just everywhere. And no place is wheelchair accessible, it seems like. Not when it comes to doctors. Yeah, I just have to make it work. I just have to learn to back into tight rooms so that when the doctor comes in, I can be facing him or her. Or learn to, if there is enough room, to pull off to the side enough without being caught up against a wall or a chair or whatever, so the doctor can sidle in next to me. It's so ridiculous. It's even like that at OHSU. It's just that there's no place else they can send me. They're the top dogs here in Oregon. I mean, I guess if the Mayo Clinic, Johns Hopkins, whatever it's called, well, one of them are wheelchair accessible, and the OHSU or Medicare, Medicaid are willing to fly me to them. But that would definitely be a strain. Just driving to Portland is a strain. It's almost an hour away. So that's what I've been doing, is mostly just taking a lot of antibiotics and painkillers and sleeping a lot or not sleeping a lot. That's one of my struggles. One of these days I'm going to collect all these struggles into one struggle video. But yeah, most places are not wheelchair accessible. And these are doctor's offices, the places you would expect to have to be compliant with the ADA. So, and by that I mean, you know, Americans with Disabilities Act, not Assistant District Attorney. You want to hear a story time about how I was being punished by ill will temporary service? So I got in touch with our county's ADA and talked to him personally, and he said that you know, if ill will was having problems with our county's rules, because their head office was up in Portland, in Multnomah, Clackamas County, Multnomah County, I guess, probably. Anyway, and the office I was working out of was in Marion County, so we had all these you know, different counties' rules, but I lived and worked in Polk County, and the ADA said, well, if ill will doesn't like Polk County's rules, you know, here is my direct number. Give this to your boss and I will have a chat with them. As far as I know, that chat never happened, but I also did not get any jobs for 3 months despite calling in several times a day, every day. So, I said maybe could have talked to the ADA, either ADA, Americans with Disabilities Act, or Assistant District Attorney, or someone. But, I was 20, 19. I didn't put 2 and 2 together until the punishment period was over and they acted clueless, like I hadn't been calling in at all. Like, what? We don't have any records of you calling. This is the first time in 3 months you've been available to work. And I said, no, I've been calling every single day. You told me to call even when I left the house to let you know how long I would be gone. And when I got back, so you would know if you could call me with work. And you had nothing for 3 months. The 3 months I happened to be on jury duty that you told me to get out of. But the ADA said I couldn't. That's not legal. You can't just say, oh, I'd rather work in Polk County, which evidently Ill Will thinks he can do in Marion County or Multnomah County or whatever stupid county. So anyway, and jury duty lasts 3 months in Polk County because it's such a rural area. You have to call in every week to see if your number has been drawn, and if it has, then you have to tell your boss, well, I'm Monday or whatever, I have to go to court for jury duty. And if you get picked and you serve your time, or, whatever, serve your time, then you're done for the 3 months. But if you're not picked, then you have to keep calling in every Sunday night for 3 months to see again if your number's drawn again, go through the whole rigmarole again. So, like I said, I called, I kept them informed. When I first told them that my availability may be spotty in the upcoming 3 months, my boss's reaction was, just tell them you don't want to do it. And, I kept telling him I couldn't do that. It says that in our county codes or county laws, and she says, no, you can do it. People do it all the time. Just say you would rather work. And like I said, it ended up with a conversation with the ADA, and he said, yeah, no, just tell them. But tell them to give me a call if they have a problem with Polk County laws. And for 3 months, even though I called in every Monday to say whether or not I had been picked jury duty, I called in every day to say I was available. I called in every time I left the house. Like I said, I told them, I need to go shopping. I may be gone like an hour. I'll call when I'm back, and they say, okay, we'll make a note of it. But as soon as those 3 months were up, what? No, it said here you were unavailable for 3 months. We never heard from you. So I could not get a permanent job fast enough after that. Well, that was my goal anyway, was to get a permanent job. And that job broke my heart because I thought it was going to be my permanent job. And then I got caught up in a loophole. Again, because of my disability, but it was a loophole. So, fortunately though, suddenly, miraculously, Bill Will had work for me. And that place finally hired me permanently, so it worked out in the end, but there's a lot of sturm and drang in the middle. I was with them for 1 year and 11 months. Yeesh. So, what else? can we talk about? Well, of course, AmberLynn Reid. I mean, you're not here. Okay, listen to my gripes, my struggles, like the inner turmoil I go through just thinking about lost jobs and opportunities cost me by my disability. That's another struggle. Now let's see what AmberLynn Reid's up to. She has put out 3 videos since I last vlogged, but they're all very short and stupid, so let's see. I downloaded this one on March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, so I'm not sure when it went up, but basically, you know what, I can just tell you right now, she goes on about her 100-day challenge. Remember, we mentioned that in the last video. She documented days 2 through 4. And, well, hell, I can just tell you. In this one, she documents days 5 through 8, where she binged and she's quit the 100-day challenge. She made it. 8 days, though, I guess. I mean, granted, she did binge like 2 or 3 of those days. That's still like 3 or 4 times as long as she made it on Octavia, though. Octavia. Whatever the heck it's called. I don't remember anymore. Yeah, yesterday, if you look at MyFitnessPal, yesterday was a crazy day because I had a trach change at 2 p.m. No, that was the check-in time. I have another hour and a half to go after that. And then, I know the procedure's like an hour. It was well after it. I mean, we ended up sitting for way longer than normal in recovery. And it was well after 6 p.m. by the time we got to leave. And I had not had a meal since dinner the night before. What I had was at 9 a.m. when I woke up. I was woken up by my caregivers. My blood sugar was 89, which isn't bad per se, but I knew since I wouldn't be able to eat or drink anything all day before the procedure because they'd be using anesthesia, I thought I better have a Jolly Rancher. That's my go-to hard candy. And so I had one. And then, after we checked in, after 2 p.m., they wanted to know what my blood sugar was, or if I'd tested it today, and so I told them, and they tested it, and it was like 113 or something like that, 117, it was somewhere in there, still good, in the goodish range. So, they did the procedure, and then afterwards, they checked it again. Maybe that's when it was 113, I don't know. It was still in the teens. It was in the teens both times they checked it at the hospital. So then they were like, well, you know, I mean, yeah, we have to wait for the doctor to do the discharge papers, and the system we are using now is better than our old system, but it's a new system, and the doctors keep doing things the old way, and he's already in another procedure, so we have to wait for him to finish that procedure and then come back and fix your discharge documents. And that made me cranky. But they said, you know, we've got snacks. We could bring you a sandwich, which the hospital sandwiches aren't great. Well, maybe I could have pushed it and said, like, is it one of those prepackaged turkey sandwiches? It's like dry as sawdust, or could I order from the cafeteria your grilled chicken flatbread veggie sandwich? That's good. That's one of the good things from when I was in the hospital, was eating those sandwiches. Those and meatloaf and mashed potatoes. I'm the kind of person that when I find something I like, I just stick with it. easier. I mean, I like to try new things, but if I'm already in a routine, like it's the hospital and the CNA comes in 3 times a day and says, what do you want to eat? And I'm looking at the exact same menu over and over again, and it's all basically the same ingredients, just combined into different kinds of sandwiches or different kinds of salads. And it's like, I like this and I like that. Well, those are the things I'll eat while I'm here, so that's what I eat. But yesterday was crazy. Like I said, we have snacks. I didn't want to risk a sandwich. I didn't want cheese and crackers, although I eat that at home all the time. Maybe it was peanut butter and crackers, I don't remember. But they offered a couple of string cheese sticks, which I like getting those when I'm in recovery. And they brought me some unsweetened iced tea. And then we went to Taco Bell on the way home because it was getting late. Joel has been sick with this horrible sinus, chest, whatever, congestion, and I think his mom's got it. She's way sicker. He's been sick for, it'll be 2 weeks this weekend. And, so of course he didn't want to cook after all that waiting and stuff, so I don't blame him. And so we went to Taco Bell, and I got 2 cheesy gordita crunches and a crunchy tacos supreme. And when I put it all of that into my fitness pal, I put in 1 Jolly Rancher for breakfast, nothing for lunch, 2 cheese sticks, and an unsweetened iced tea. No, I think I forgot the tea. Oh well. For a snack. And then my Taco Bell order, which didn't even include a soft drink. I drank my regular diet teas here at home. The Taco Bell meal alone made up for the other 2 meals and dinner. It was that was the whole day's worth of food. That's as close as I come to a binge. And that's because I hadn't eaten in almost 24 hours, and we almost never get fast food these days, and I was hungry. I'm not haunted by the binge monster. So, I mean, you can look at, I've got like a 50 some odd day streak going on my fitness pal that I'm pretty proud of here, so. Yeah, so AmberLynn, she's got journals. She got her Loving Herself journal. She got her 100-day dry diet journal, but she got all antsy because Becky went out of state to see family, and she thinks she's too fat to travel, so she stayed home and just ate for the 2 or 3 days that Becky was gone. And of course the question here is, you know, she says that she spends most of her time sitting in one position, which is why her leg hurts. Who was bringing her all that food? Does she really have Eric and Ricky so buffaloed that she can just like sit there on the couch or on her bed and demand piles of Taco Bell and piles of home cooking and piles of orange chicken, and they'll just bring it? Man, I wish I was that rich. I'd probably weigh 600 pounds too. So this video is boring. I'm closing out of it. All we know is the regular thing. She's going back to the old tried and true. I'm going to hold myself accountable. I'm going to eat healthy. I know what to do. I'm going to count calories. This 100-day thing was a gimmick, whatever. But I know what's good for me. Blah, 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 blah. Typical AmberLynn video. And then the next one was even more boring because it wasn't even a torrid haul. It was a makeup haul. And in case you can't tell, I'm not much of a makeup person. So yeah, that video, again, I'm not sure what day it was uploaded. I downloaded it on March 19th. Oh. But I remember why this one's important. She calls it beauty at every size. Now, we know she's been in touch with Every Damn Day Fitness, Alan Roberts. And he is so against the healthy at every size movement. One of his prime targets is Tess Holloway, who is a plus size model who weighs over 400 pounds and insists that she's perfect the way she is. She has absolutely no health issues, and she does not intend to lose any weight ever, and she's completely healthy. And everyone can be completely healthy when they're overweight, just like her. You don't need exercise. You can eat whatever you want. Just love yourself, and that's he says that what he calls it the fat acceptance movement. It has hijacked the body positivity movement, which I guess would be the way he describes it. People like me who shouldn't hate myself because I'm disabled and in a wheelchair. Everyone should love the body they have. But his point is, you should love it enough to want to take care of it and feed it healthy food and exercise it and stuff. So, I don't know if this is some kind of clap back at him, but yeah, AmberLynn, after quitting this diet, after 8 days out of 100, she does this video here where she does a big makeup haul, stuff she got through the mail, stuff she got from Walmart, stuff, whatever, to show, I guess, judging by the name, that you can be beautiful at any size. Well, again, Alan Roberts doesn't disagree with that. He just he's a health fanatic. People are saying, like, when she says things like, people say I should eat nothing but broccoli. People say I should eat 3 pounds of broccoli a day. And it's like other reactors, like Kicking Geese and Zachary Michael and Michael B. Petty, maybe then, I don't know. I don't remember. They all go, who says you can only do that? Actually, Alan Roberts does. That's his diet tip to AmberLynn, is to eat mountains of broccoli with every meal. And that's what I was trying to do too, kinda, because broccoli is one of the few vegetables I can stand cooked. So broccoli and a salad, I thought was, like adding a bunch of veggies to my diet, but I don't know, sometimes it's hard, especially when I'm not the meal prep person. So anyway, but yeah, that's where the broccoli meme came from, was Every Damn Day Fitness. He says, eat a pound of broccoli a day. Eat 3 pounds of broccoli a day. Eat a pound of broccoli with everything. Just eat something healthy. So, anyway, I think this video was a clap back at him. Although, again, he didn't say you couldn't be beautiful. He didn't say you couldn't love yourself. He just said it disputes the notion that you can be, obese, morbidly obese, super obese, and still be considered healthy and not a candidate for diabetes, stroke, hardened arteries, heart failure, kidney failure, liver failure, cancer, basically all that stuff everyone dies of. So I don't know how much any of that stuff is really preventable, but his genes and environment to play a factor, but I know again, one of my many struggles is I can't walk. I've not been able to get out of this wheelchair under my own power since 2008. And any kind of overuse, probably right-clicking or clicking all the time with this mouse is what's overusing my right arm the most, but which is why it's shriveling faster than the left one. But still, any kind of overuse just makes the muscle waste away faster, and so all I can do is try to eat as healthy as I can and watch my blood sugar. Oh yeah. So anyway, yeah, AmberLynn puts on makeup, and I don't give a shit because I don't wear makeup. And I don't think there's anything else really in that video either. Wait. Oh wait, she's playing with something. She's playing with... Isn't what... Hold on.
I also got some Shadow Lock eyelid primer.
Oh my god, you need eyeshadow primer? You can't just smear on some eyeshadow and call it good? Makeup has gotten a lot more complicated since I was a kid. Okay, that was that video. So okay, here we come to the meaty, pun fully intended part. This is the most recent upload, and it is a mukbang. It is. This is my first mukbang that I got to see, like, well, I didn't see it live, but I mean it's you know, within the current AmberLynn timeline. It's not something that from the past that I just dug up. And so in this mukbang, she has...
Hey guys, okay, so I have a mukbang. I feel like it's a little blurry, but we're gonna make do. So, here we have turkey kielbasa. I hope I pronounced that right. I feel like I'm butchering it. I'm sorry. We have a red bell pepper. We have an onion. And then over here, we have one, I just sliced it, baked potato. So, let's do this thing.
But see, here's the thing. She's eating kielbasa, which I love. And for the record, she does say it correctly. She didn't try the Polska part, but you know, that word is so hard too. It's 6 whole letters. Polska. Kielbasa. Oh, wow. I know so much Polish. Well, I know the 2 most important Polish words. Polska kielbasa. Anyway, she's got an absolute shit ton of it. She must have carved up the entire Hillshire Farm horseshoe. I mean, that, I've never seen so much in one place. And I've seen, you know, my mom cook it for a family of 4, so, but all on one plate like that. And she threw in some veggies. She's got some onions, she's got some peppers. You know, that tastes good to me. And she's got a baked potato, which is fine too. But just so much sausage. I'm not grossed out by it the way Justine kicking geese is, since she is a vegan, even though she used to do keto. So wouldn't she been eating like a ton of meat and sausage and stuff like that? I don't know. I don't know of any high fat plants, but she's just doing the whole, all I can see is dead animal flesh. Oh, so disgusting. Well, to each their own, but every morning, usually, I've been having an omelet with peppers and onions in it and a little cheese, and I have actually toyed with the idea of asking my caregivers to cut up some kielbasa to put in it too, because I think the flavors would be great together. But my gosh, woman, not the whole horseshoe, not even a half, maybe a quarter. I think in my Fitness Pal it says a serving is 2 ounces or something like that. It just sounds really tiny to me. I'm like, That's something I guess we gotta get around to weighing one of these days to find out exactly how much or how little 2 ounces is. But I think she's got like way more 2 ounces, at least 16. That's a lot of sausage. If this wasn't a mukbang, this would look like a delicious meal. But even the potato looks kind of ridiculously large. Now, anyway, let's continue.
I haven't yet tried it, so I'm like, oh my gosh. So good.
Yo, you know what I think would make a better meal is if she had cut up and fried the potato with the sausage and the pepper and the onion. I think that sounds more appetizing, but again, I think she's trying to get away from the fried thing because we'll watch.
This is definitely a lot of food, but I wanted to talk to you guys about that.
Yeah, I love me some kielbasa, but I don't look quite so orgasmic on it. Oh, do tell. Wisdom from the thought that is the great AmberLynn Reid. We know you do a lot of studying. What your studies told you?
For the first time in my life, I'm counting carbs, and you guys probably see the potato and you're like, what? How? So, I'll explain.
Well, she's done My Fitness Pal before. My Fitness Pal counts the carbs and the calories and the sodium and the fat and the protein and the sugar and all the micronutrients for you. So to say she's never counted carbs before, I mean, maybe she didn't regard them, but I can't really say she didn't count them. I mean, they were right there in front of her on My Fitness Pal. I wonder if she's taken my advice. You know, on my last video, womanwithin.com had black stretch pants or leggings or whatever you want to call them for 40% off. Now they're 50% off. And so if Wally World still isn't stocking them, either online or in the store, then, you know, I mean, shit, she's missing out on a deal. And they go up to $5. They go up to 5x. She says it's her first time counting carbs. Well, you know, you can have carbs and still count them. Because she's commenting on the potato here. And we eat potatoes a lot. Carbs aren't the enemy. And fat isn't the enemy, and I mean, it's like protein's not the enemy. I always consider protein a friend. Anyway, it's calories in, calories out. The same thing every fitness guru will tell you. I mean, just don't take in more calories than you can use. And so, you know, if you go over your carbs, whether it's 45, 65, whatever, well, and maybe the doc could use another extra walk around the block so you can burn some of that sugar off. I mean, you know, I think AmberLynn, for all this stupidity she displays, she's well, I think I'm about to copy another reactor who probably said something along the lines of, the problem is she is in her own head too much, and her head is up her own butt too much, or something to that effect. If they didn't say it, then I just did. But yeah, she gets worked up where she needs workbooks and apps and, you know, weigh-ins and accountability, and then she just gets all overwhelmed. And, you know, for someone with very little brain, she overthinks it. Let's get back to the video. I've talked way too much here.
This is where it's at, you guys. I didn't use butter, didn't use oil. I just used water to cook this. That's just how I prefer. And
I can't believe she ate that whole bite. I mean, that whole forkful in one mouthful. That was a whole lot of food. I thought I'd choke. I mean, that was like, well, she held it up for us to analyze it. So I'm gonna go back and analyze it. It's like a piece of potato, a bunch of pepper, I don't know how many pieces of kielbasa, just go all down the gullet. How? Yikes. You know, that's another thing. I mean, just a simple thing for your digestion. Eat your food more slowly. Eat it in smaller bites so that it's easier to digest, so you don't get indigestion, heartburn, acid reflux so much, you know. I mean, I know it also depends on the kind of food you are eating, but still, just smaller bites. Eat it slower. It's just healthier. I disagree with kicking geese because I think the meal looks like it could be delicious, but just the proportions and watching her wolf them down is what's the turn off. I'm not really into watching people eat anyway. In fact, one weight loss tip that I heard once is, you know, put a mirror in front of yourself and watch yourself eat and be grossed out by yourself. I guess that's probably not body positive or self-love, but I watched myself eat something in a mirror once, and I don't look at mirrors anymore anyway, so. Maybe that's the problem. AmberLynn needs to get rid of it. Well, no, she's got the viewfinder right there. She primps in it all the time, so no excuse, I guess. Girl likes to watch herself eat. Okay. She said she didn't use butter or oil. She just used water. So I'm guessing that means she just kind of, trying to think what word would I use. I guess just simmer the sausage. It's still going to be greasy. And you'll even see later in the video, if I decide to show it then, she used the potato to soak up some sausage grease to give it a little more flavor. I mean, okay, I should let her finish here.
I've never counted carbs ever in my life. Because I've always been told carbs are good for you, which they are. I'm not saying they're like bad, but eating less carbs makes you lose weight.
Not even when you had my fitness pal to count them for you. And again, they are fuel, but you consume more fuel than you can use. Duh. I mean, it's okay, you know, my dad used to have a gas station after the dairy farm. Then we had a gas station, and I pumped a lot of gas, so I think I can make this analogy. That'd be like someone coming in and saying, fill her up. And I say, sure thing. And I fill up the gas tank. And then I see an open car window, you know, roll down a little bit, and put the fuel filler gun, that's the official name, in there and start filling that up. And, you know, fill up his front seat, fill up his back seat, see if I can jimmy his trunk open and fill that up, you know. That's wasted fuel. I mean, you know, he'll come out and he will pay for it, because he's, you know, AmberLynn in this scenario, and I guess I'm Becky, Ricky, and Eric. And so he'll, you know, open his car door and a bunch will splash out all over onto the ground, and the rest will just, like, seep out or sit in the back seat and be soaked into the carpet and stuff. That's the fat getting stored up, the gas that gets soaked into the carpet and the cushions. You'll never get that smell out. And, yeah, that's, lost. That's fuel that's just going to waste that you are not using. You are buying it and, you know, consuming it, but your car can only do so much with it, and the rest is just going to sit around in your car, or, you know, it's and those are carbs. Think of the carburetor. The carburetor burns the gasoline, which are the carbs, right? You know, but you put more carbs in your carburetor than it can burn, and you'll flood it, and the car will stop. Anyway, I just messed up my own analogy, but whatever, you get the point. The point is, yeah, carbs aren't the enemy. The enemy is consuming more carbs than you can use. Plain and simple. She talks about how she used no oil or butter to cook this meal, and yet she's still trying to soak up sausage grease to give that potato some flavor. Whatever.
So, this is 58 carbs. I'm not just counting carbs, I'm also counting calories, because hashtag pork rinds. Pork rinds, very low in carbs, very high in calorie. I currently don't have any pork rinds, but that definitely sounds good. So for all of this, 58 carbs.
Let's see, and even though I'm trying to stick to 45 carbs or less per meal. 58 carbs I don't think is horribly unreasonable. Just like, well, the other day, I mean, she started losing her footing when she ate that bowl of mashed potatoes with cheese, and then, you know, was whining about them. She's gone over her calorie limit by 500. Well, you know what? You just do some more moving around. And it's the same thing with the carbs. You know, or consume fewer carbs at your last meal. Next meal, hard meal. Oh, yeah. I've gotten so bad about watching these videos and then forgetting what Amber's doing. So, she's gonna start counting carbs and calories. She's making a very grimacy face here, though. I don't know why she couldn't still be on her 100-day challenge. Why she had to quit that to start a new quote-unquote program. It's like, meet the new program, same as the old program. But let's see why she's cringing so hard. Oh, pork rinds. No, those are disgusting. I'm sorry. No, they'll stop. Because you're just eating skin. Deep fried skin. I don't know. That just is, it's like the kind of thing people say to creep other people out. You know, I mean, yeah, saying something like to a cow, I'm gonna eat flesh off your bones. We're gonna have a barbecue. That might be like weird, but it seems extra creepy if you say, I'm gonna eat your skin. Didn't someone just... I've been listening to a lot of choosing beggars, pardon me, and entitled parents, and just lots of Reddit, or subreddit, stories taken from subreddits and then read on YouTube, and I swear that was a threat someone made. I'm going to eat your skin. I can't eat pork rinds. Besides, to me they just taste like grease. You know, you might as well fry it with some bacon and then lick the frying pan clean. I think that tastes better. I don't know anything. 58 carbs, so how many calories? How many calories?
I'm not going into ketosis. A lot of people are gonna be like, this is ridiculous, but I'm afraid to go in ketosis for my own personal reasons.
Well, you're definitely not going to go into ketosis eating 58 carbs. I don't think you can eat 58 carbs a day and maintain ketosis. I think what you're trying to say is you're not going to do the keto diet because you don't want, for some reason you're afraid to go into ketosis. But what I keep hearing is once you hit ketosis, that's when the fat burning begins and your body starts making its own carbs. So then you're low carb, you get over the quote unquote keto flu, which I assume is mostly low blood sugar. I'm not afraid of going into ketosis. I think that would be grand. I love to burn fat and not have to count carbs because my body's taking care of them. So all I definitely eat is meat. I just eat meat all day long. Eggs and meat and cheese. Yay! That would be perfect. That'd be so good. But the getting there is the part that scares me. Because again, you know, yesterday morning, waking up with 89, blood sugar being 89. Do you even test your blood sugar? Do you have a blood glucometer? I don't know. I doubt it. So, I don't even know how you'd know when you... Whatever. I don't know why you have to be scared of ketosis. That's when keto is supposed to get good. It's the first couple of weeks that are rough. You're afraid to go on keto. I think you just mean the keto diet. You realize if you just ditch that baked potato, you would have the perfect keto breakfast right there. And because you can have veggies, you can have all the veggies you want because they're so low in carbs. It's not just meat, in fact. You need fiber to push that stuff through your system or you're going to be constipated. But, I think it's just another example of being kind of stupid and not knowing what you're talking about. You just mean you don't want to go on keto. Now myself, again, the low blood sugar thing that does concern me. I would definitely want to be monitored by a nutritionist. I still have the diabetic appointment with my doctor for next week. So, next month I mean. So, you know. I still intend to talk to him. It is hard. Changes to lifestyle and stuff are hard. But, you know. I think the thing that really gets me though is, yeah, the 2-week period leading up to when you get to ketosis, and then if you do go over like your allotted 20 a day carbs or whatever, then you go out of ketosis and you don't feel so good again or something, you know, you gotta maintain then. You gotta work to maintain. And I guess one of the things that worried me was my own ignorance in the beginning when I would hear about how, you know, keto, I know that word from all my, you know, diabetic stuff because of the term ketoacidosis, which is bad, which kills your kidneys. But when I was looking on, I don't know, I think I was looking on Google, WebMD or something, just to see what's the difference between ketoacidosis and ketosis. And ketoacidosis is more of a it's more of a diabetes type 1 problem. I don't know. I just know if you have like really low blood sugar and your breath smells like you smell all fruity, like fruits, like ripe, overripe fruit, that means that you are in ketoacidosis and you are in trouble. But ketosis, like I said, evidently is a good thing. Burns the fat, makes the carbs. So that could be another thing too. You know, all these things on TV, these ads for medications that say if you have diabetes or diabetes type 1 or whatever, you know, there's a risk of ketoacidosis if you show symptoms. Consult your doctor immediately, etc., etc. So, you know, she could just be like super confused like I was, but just not using the Google machine like I did. Google really is your friend. Your own personal reasons, because they're really dumb ones. You're scared to share them, because then people will tell you in comments why you're wrong.
But
Ugh. Stop making your O face every time you take a bite of sausage. Heavens to Murgatroyd.
after doing a lot of research, you hit ketosis at about 70 grams of carbs a day.
I don't know. 70 sounds pretty high for ketosis. Maybe I need to use the Google machine again. Keto Logic. I'm sure they don't have anything to say. That's no problem with Dr. Mike. Yeah, he made it a week on keto because he had a box of keto-friendly food sent to him by Thrive for a sponsorship. So, yeah, okay, fine. He can fit keto into his busy schedule of being a doctor and an active YouTuber and having a social life while the rest of us plebeians don't know what the hell we're doing. So yeah, even a fairly strict keto diet will include some carbohydrates. They're just about every vegetable you eat. After all, fortunately, a ketogenic diet allows for a very small portion of your diet to include carbs. How much? The exact amount will vary depending on your body type, of course, metabolism, lifestyle, gender, and more. A good guideline is to aim to have 5% or less of your calories come from carbs.
What I'm planning on doing is for my first meal, I'm gonna have like the most carbs, I feel like.
Okay, yeah, and therein lies the rub. It probably is a good idea to have most of your carbs at the beginning of the day, I would think, because then you can control, say, the rest of the day. You can have fewer at lunch, fewer at dinner, get you started in the morning or noon whenever she gets up these days. I know she was getting up like at 8 o'clock for a while, 8 or 7, but then she got bored real easily, so I don't know if she's gone back to getting up at noon. Hey, I get up at 3 p.m., so I don't have room to talk, but I also go to bed at like 3, 4, 5 a.m. or stay up all night doing these videos just because it's hard when you are like not a functioning member of society. Doctor appointments are the only thing I really need to worry about. Time schedules. I don't have a job. I don't have responsibilities. I don't get dressed most days. I just change my hospital gown. This is the life. So, yeah, if this is her breakfast and it's like 8 a.m. and she's gonna go to bed like, say, 9 or 10 or even 11 like a normal person, that's a long day. And, yeah, I mean, you know, this is fuel to start your day, right? And if she eats fewer calories and carbs the rest of the day, it could almost be sensible. I mean, I end up eating breakfast in bed every morning. I'm so spoiled. I have breakfast in bed at 9 a.m. I have my omelet. Sometimes if my blood sugar is low, I have peanut butter and jelly sandwich and stuff like that. But and I've been having yogurt lately. So my breakfast, like I said, unless my blood sugar is low and I go for the PB&J and a banana and a piece of candy and, you know, use up a day's worth of carbs in one meal. I actually eat the fewest carbs at breakfast. So, But the thing is, I go back to sleep then until 1 o'clock when I come in to do my, afternoon meds. And sometimes I eat lunch, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I wait till 3 or 4 when I get out of bed to eat lunch. But I save my biggest carb and calorie meal for supper because that's when, we're eating dinner with my husband and we're trying to have a meat, a carb, a veg. At least I am. So, one of the things that my dietitian explained to me about having the 45 carbs per meal, it should be 3 servings with 15 carbs each. So that means that makes it a little more manageable. That means, if I had a small baked potato, that could be 2 servings. And then I could have, a serving of corn or something like that, since corn isn't really a vegetable, it's a grain, it's a carb. So, it's got to go on that list. But that way you know how much you can mix and match. If you have a dinner roll, then have just a dollop of mashed potatoes or something. I don't know. It's that kind of thing. You figure it out. I guess just the idea is to have a variety of food on the plate and not just say okay, here's a great big old russet potato. There's your 45 carbs. But, Amber's plan could work out, but again, therein lies the rub. Will she eat fewer carbs and calories throughout the day since she, carbo loaded for breakfast? Or is every meal gonna be a mukbang? I mean, she doesn't do herself any favors.
When I'm not tracking carbs, when I'm binging, when I'm overeating, I probably eat about 400 carbs a day, possibly more. It's really, really easy to do.
And she never counts carbs, so she backs out 400 figure with what again? Yeah, you can eat carbs, probably 400 carbs a day. Well, she does say when she binges, she eats tons of candy and chips. And that's nothing but carbs. So probably, I don't know.
There's carbs in things that you don't even think of. There's carbs in these onions. There's carbs in these bell pepper. There's carbs in the meat.
Duh. You're only just figuring this out? Especially the sausage, because come on. It's going to be full of filler. I don't know what. Oatmeal? That's using some sausages, probably some kind of offal. FFAL, which is an awful word. Yeah. The sausage is gonna have carbs. We don't think about what's in the sausage. We just eat it and enjoy it.
I want to stick to around a moderate carb level and also calorie level. I want to cut out pasta. I'm cutting out rice.
Don't cut out rice. Umpteen billion skinny Asians can't be wrong. Eat the rice.
I'm cutting out bread. And The only carbs that I'm gonna allow myself is from potatoes, vegetables like peas, carrots, beans on the occasion, but I'm gonna stay around 100 to 150 carbs, which I feel like is gonna be kind of hard to get that high when you're trying to lower your carbs, because this is my first meal of the day and it's 58 carbs. So that leaves me with like 100 carbs. About 60 to 100.
How can you cut? See, you're going so extreme. You can't deprive yourself of everything. No, she's allowing herself about 15 more carbs a day than I allow myself. But I also don't cut out like half the grain group. Oh yeah, she's cutting out so many cereals and grains, and they aren't, like I've said, they aren't inherently bad for you. Again, it's how much you eat and how much you need. If she's only going to allow herself potatoes and beans as carbs, she's going to get sick of this diet really quick. That's one of the problems with diets is, you know, people get sick of the monotony of eating the same thing every day. Not me, of course, like I said. Once I found something, I stick with it. But, you know, AmberLynn doesn't really have a lot of stick-to-itiveness. But, okay, she's gonna continue. What else is she cutting out? I mean, these are things that can have, like, fiber and stuff, right? They have vitamins like B vitamins? I don't know. It seems to me like cereals have riboflavin and niacin or something. Are those B vitamins? There are probably in other things too, but still, variety is the spice of life, right? And I don't just mean the 5 different kinds of Mrs. Dash you put in your chili.
Math though.
Math though. That's hilarious.
Brain and brain, what is brain?
She maths worse than I do. She's gonna have 150 carbs a day. This meal's 58 carbs. That leaves her with 60 to 100 carbs left. Oh my god. You've got a smartphone. It's got a calculator. Don't just guess. 150 minus 58 is lower, give or take. Oh my god. No, you'll choke. You'll choke and die.
So good. That's wind. I think a tornado just went through.
Holy crap. There's a tornado outside. That doesn't stop Amber from eating. Nothing gets between Amber and her sausage. Ooh. Jeez Louise. I have nightmares about tornadoes. And I've never even seen one. And she's just sitting there eating, going, Wow, they must have great Wi-Fi.
Oh, you guys, look. My babe, my girlfriend, my love, my world. She surprised me with roses and baby's breath. I was like, oh. I love roses of any color, but my favorite color rose is the wine red rose.
And for the record, my favorite rose is called the 49er, and it's pink and yellow. Let's see if I can find a picture of one on Google Image and insert that later. But yeah, 49er rose. And I do love the way roses smell. And looking at my 5 rose bushes I have in my front yard, I think they're all dead. I think 20 years of neglect and abuse have finally done them all in. Even the Tropicana, which is one friggin' sturdy rose. But, man, that makes me a little sad. That makes me extremely sad because I love gardening, but, you know, it's a struggle. Dealing with things dealing with just having to deal.
So, y'all, the wind though. I'm personally down with it though. We have all of the windows open right now.
Okay, this is nothing. This is just me being a mythbuster, being a Snopes urban legend buster, but you're not supposed to open all the windows during a tornado. That is an old myth. The only thing it'll do is get you a bunch of wet, busted up furniture. Just shut the windows and get to the basement.
I feel bad because she was listening to music and I could hear it. I don't know if you guys could hear it. YouTube's copyright stuff is going ham. Oh.
It's going ham? What the heck does that even mean?
I knew it. Does that relax you guys, hearing the wind? Calm down, bro. It'll be okay, I promise. So much for a mukbang. This will be called a scared bong.
I think she's getting tired of this meal. She's just trying to finish it real fast. No. I didn't grow up in a trailer park, but I grew up in a trailer house. And when the wind would come down the valley, the coastal mountain valley, whatever, and slam into our little house, I worried the trees were gonna blow over. I worried which one did. 2 did. One was a real light, one of those real lightweight trees that blew over onto the house and didn't do any damage. Another was a bigger double trunked tree, and one of the trunks blew over onto the power lines and cut off the power to the whole, gravel road we lived on. But yeah, I mean, wind, thunder, lightning, power outages, they're all freaks me the hell out. The only thing I find soothing at all is just soft rain, like on the trailer roof. Gentle rain I can deal with, but you're listening to a frickin' tornado. Sounds like a freight train. I mean, that's what they always tell you. When the wind starts sounding like a freight train, start looking out for tornadoes. And you're just eating your sausage. Going, that's so relaxing. That's so nice. Listen, honey, you're not Dorothy. Twinkie is not Toto. You aren't going to Oz or Wonderland if a tornado hits your house, okay? Just ain't happening. I could throw a little shade and say something about a witch being killed, though, but I won't go there.
I love that though. What is it, Trixie? Oh my god. It's cracking me up.
What'd I tell you? Ugh. What did I tell you? Leaving the windows open just means your shit's gonna get busted. Now she's scared, but she's still eating. She's going, ah, ah, ah. But she's still eating. Oh my god. She's so stupid. Turn off the camera. Grab your dog. Get to a shelter. The dogs are scared. The dogs want to leave. They've got more sense than you. What? Your poor dog yelping because she's scared is cracking you up? You are a witch.
What is it, boy? Fire? Earthquake? Hippie? Hurricane! Somehow the animals are always the first to know.
I watch so many different mukbangers and I don't know. I feel weird looking at the camera while I'm eating.
Mukbangs. Like, there we go. There's that diet tip. Look, you're looking at the viewfinder. You're not liking what you're seeing. Stop cramming so many forkfuls of sausage and potatoes in your face, okay? I don't know. Oh hey, I just realized, is that a chest piece that she's wearing? Is that a dress that is on backwards to show off the quote-unquote chest piece that actually is a back piece? That's so retro, AmberLynn. She hasn't done that in a while. So that was AmberLynn's kielbasa. Her kielbasa tornado mukbang. And her new oh, so see, I did miss something by skipping an earlier video. Her new plan, which is now her old plan.
But then I messed up and I binged. The thing you'll learn about me is I never give up. I'm not giving up. So my whole thing is, do I continue on the 100 days? Do I start fresh? Do I see how long I can go without binging? Do I keep making tallies and, you know, this time see if I can go longer than 5 days?
And now this, the new diet plan.
So there's something else I want to talk about that I just want to talk about real quick is, have you guys ever heard of weekly calorie counting instead of daily calorie counting? I know this isn't like a super like hot topic out in the world, but there is a such thing as where, okay, we're gonna do a little math for you guys because your girl.
Brain and brain, what is brain?
Okay, I'm stopping it here because we all know AmberLynn is worse at math than I am. But although she does have her phone out, so she is possibly using a calculator this time. But yeah, instead of counting calories by the day, count them by the week. But I think the part of the fatal flaw with that plan is, you know, okay, if you're going to allow yourself, let's just say 1,500 calories a day. Okay? Monday, you only eat 1,200. Good for you. So, Tuesday, and that means you can go to your friend's birthday party, you can have a piece of cake. And now you'll be like 1,700, but it'll even out, right? Here's the thing. You still have to count daily to do the math daily to see how much you're eating or not eating weekly. Does that make sense? You still have to count the days to add up the week. Anyway, so once she quit that one probably even before she finished this video, probably when she realized how much math was involved. It's like, nope. I'm just going to count my carbs now. 150 carbs. And I ain't telling you calories, so there. Yeah. That's AmberLynn. Well, I'm tired. And now I have an ass load of editing to do, so I will catch you on the flip side. Night night.